What's up, my man? How's it going, man? Hey, what's happening, man? The last time, I don't think we had rebuilt out the studio the last time he was here, because I remember he did the
phone call.
He was over here. I still remember that when you remember you called us Bill Cosby to.
Yeah. I wanted to get some footage of that, man.
Oh, I'll give you.
Not the footage, but I wanted to get
the recording of that.
Yeah, man.
I'll give it to you.
That. Yeah,
it's good.
What happened was after that, my management, they got all nervous because FCC, there's a regulation that says that you have to inform someone if you're going to broadcast them. So then they go, well, if you give it to him, then he's going to put it on his website, and then that guy's going to hear it, and he's going to sue us. Now I don't care. It was a year ago, so I'll give it to you. That was a funny phone call.
Yeah. I like this layout, man. This is like, kind of casino. What was De Niro's character's name in Casino?
Oh, he was the casino manager.
Yeah, what was his name?
What was his? Was it Lefty? Was it?
No, that's Donnie Brasco.
Yeah, that is Donnie Brasco.
No, but I thought Lefty Rosenthal, maybe that's a guy's name in real life, what the character was based on. Ace is his name?
Ace Rothstein.
Yeah, okay.
This feels Ace Rothstein.
Yeah, it does.
The couch that you're on right now.
Like the interview.
Show.
Yeah,
that,
I like this.
That's a good movie. Not a lot of people could quote that movie or talk about that movie.
Yeah.
At the time, it didn't get great reviews, that movie.
I like you just, what was the other one you just mentioned that wasn't it? Donnie Brasco?
Yeah.
Al Pacino, right?
So what have you been up to, Aries, in the past year?
Making my rounds here and there on TV.
Yeah.
And still trying to get relevant, man.
Yeah. Well, I just saw that. I think you were on TMZ. Someone.
I don't know how did they know? Like, they caught me coming out of my hotel room because I was in New York shooting this thing for ESPN, and two girls came up to me, asked me for autographs, but the TMZ dude had the camera. And he just put the camera on me and started asking me about the state of hip hop. So I went on 2 Chainz, man.
2 Chainz, and you said that 2 Chainz sucks, basically?
Garbage. He is garbage. He is gay garbage.
Okay, so this is 2 Chainz right here. I don't really know. I've heard of 2 Chainz, but I don't really know. I don't know if you could tell us, Aries, but I'm not like a big hip hop guy. I know it's surprising.
Yeah, no, let me tell you, man, this dude.
What makes this guy suck?
Well, first of all, I come from, from the 80s and the 90s, man, when hip hop. Yeah, I come from lyrics, man.
Yeah.
I'm a New York dude. I'm home from, we Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Jadakiss, home of the spitters. New York is a lyricist.
Yeah.
And this dude, 2 Chainz, like, he got a song. I was, I forget where I was, but I was in the car going to a club. And on the chorus, he goes, I'm different. I show up to the scene with my roof missing. And I thought about it, and I was like, nigga, you in a convertible. If the scene is popping, you think you the only brother in a drop top? You want to be different, show up in a sailboat, nigga. Show up in a hang glider, you know what I mean? Show up in a horse and buggy. That is not different.
Yeah, and a horse and buggy.
And then he had another song where the lyric was, I pop, and it was the P word.
Yeah.
Can you bleep it, delay it?
Well, I'd have to dump it, but go ahead. I'll dump it. Go ahead.
He says, I pop pussy like pimples.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, have you ever popped a pimple? What comes out? And you bragging about that twat? Like, that's the kind of twat you want? Pimple pussy? Now,
do you think that 2 Chainz, though, could... I don't know much about this guy. You could get caught up in one of these rap battles, Aries, and before you know it, it's like at this... What are those BET awards? There's always shootings and fightings and that kind of stuff.
I think since the whole Biggie Pac fiasco, cats have grown up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once you get a taste of that lavish life and that money, you don't want to screw that up unless you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I even think it was so crazy on Twitter at one point. So it got back to him. And he kind of like, subliminally, without saying my name, was like, God bless these creeps who talk about me on Twitter. And I'm trying to be a hater, but I'm a hip-hop fan, man.
Yeah.
And it's just like the game now is just disgraceful who they let in the game.
Who do you think is good right now, then? If that guy sucks, 2 Chainz sucks, anyone good right now?
Eminem is one of the best. Jay-Z, Nas, Jadakiss. T.I. Like, there's a lot of guys who lyrically bring it.
Yeah.
You know, but you can't. He said, what I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe. What's some better rhymes, dude? Like, I'm better than 2 Chainz. I am better than 2 Chainz. Trust me. And I'm not a rapper, but I smoke some weed and give me some time. I'm better than 2 Chainz.
Now, let me ask you something, because when you were talking about 2 Chainz, you said the N-word and it ended in the A. Just yesterday, this is sort of timely, because just yesterday, I played a clip from the Golden Globes, and it was Quentin Tarantino talking about Django Unchained.
Yeah.
And he drops the N-word.
He has a fascination for black things.
Well, so he says the N-word. I play the clip of him. He's like in a press conference. I play the clip, and people asked him about, hey, did you feel weird when you were writing it? And he said it. Then Don Cheadle comes up, and he made a joke. He goes, please, no N-er jokes. Yep. And I played this. I didn't bleep out the N-word.
Right.
My general manager came down. We had a huge argument for probably about an hour yesterday after the show, and he said that I should have bleeped that. And I go, well, first, he goes, someone could have a problem with it. I go, well, first of all, I didn't say it. If you had a problem, you'd have a problem with Quentin Tarantino and Don Cheadle, not me.
Listen, man, I don't know why people still rave over this. Like, you know, whether you say the N-word, retarded, the F-word for homosexuals.
Oh, they don't like me saying the word retarded either.
Yeah, listen, man, you're never going to get people to stop saying these words. It's like saying these words makes you feel good on the inside a little bit. It's like drinking hot chocolate. It warms your chest.
Well, because my argument that I get into with these guys is I go, well, what's next? If today it's the N-word and retarded, then tomorrow am I not allowed to say midget because they don't like that word, and then you have to say little people, and then
first of all, there's not enough midgets around to harm you. You know what I mean? You only see one of them. Like, it's like seeing a lunar eclipse. How often do you see midgets walking around? You know what I mean? You spot one, it's a lucky day.
Would you sleep with a midget if you had the opportunity?
You know what? I have a thing about nubs, and midgets seem like one big nub. You know what I mean? Like, if I see somebody missing fingers or an arm, I get the willies, man. So I look at a midget as just one giant nub.
Have you seen this Django Unchained movie yet?
I haven't, but I intend to.
Yeah.
You know, Quentin Tarantino, he, like I said, I think he has an affinity for anything black. And sometimes white dudes, when they feel like they bang enough black chicks, they automatically are, they got the pass, man. You know what I mean?
So he can get away with putting
get away with
movie.
it, man. Yeah.
Now, I couldn't get away walking down the street and using that word, basically.
You mean openly just walking down the street and saying it?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, you know what I have, I was speaking of Jay-Z. I was listening to Jay-Z and the song, I don't know what it was, but it's Jigga, that nigga Jigga.
Yeah.
And I came in, I talked about it a couple weeks ago, and I said, if I were to say that kind of stuff, it would be, I would be taken to task for that. And then a black guy called in. He goes, no, but if you say it with, black people can get away with saying that word because it's a term of endearment. And I said that's not true, because I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube and whatnot of two black guys about ready to
and that word is used.
Right. Yeah, and they're calling each other that, not in an endearing sort of way.
Right.
But, I guess white people just can't. I guess my point was, I said, here's a word that white people can't use.
Right.
And that's sort of a reverse discrimination.
White people use it. You just use it in secrecy. We don't want to
get beat up.
When the blinds are shut and the doors are closed, and there's none of us around, you use it. I know.
So you've been doing, you said you were on ESPN?
There's a show called The Next Round. Actually airs tonight on ESPN at 11. And they just infusing comedy and sports, and they got me as kind of like the host of it.
What do you think of this story of this Manti Te'o?
I'm not really up on this, man. I'm really not.
So he had this just broke last night. Right. He, on September 11th, back in September 11th, his grandmother died, and 6 hours later, his girlfriend died. Lene Kakua.
She really died.
Well, there were stories, pictures, news. They just, even before the national championship a week or so ago, they did a news story with her picture and everything. It turns out she was made up. It was someone apparently duping him using an online account with fake pictures that they had stolen from a real girl, and he'd never met her in person, and supposedly he just...
So he never met her in person, but they had a relationship.
That's
sort of?
right.
For
That's
years.
right. That's
loser.
right.
He is a loser. Dude, the only thing you're supposed to do with girls on the computers is rub one out.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
But do you believe? I think he just got duped. Dieter thinks he was in on it
To win the Heisman, to get sympathy. Yes, he made this up. This guy
Did he win the Heisman?
He came in second.
Then he's an even bigger loser.
But I don't trust any girl. Look, you're probably on Twitter, Facebook, that kind of stuff.
At Aries Spears, by the way.
Do girls contact you through there? And then I'm the kind of guy, I get contacted through there, and it's some hot chick, and they want to hook up, and I go, this could be a dude. I'm not going to fall for this.
Absolutely, yeah.
You ever met any of these girls from online?
Yeah.
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 Did they always turn out like their pictures, or is it a different
Yeah.
story? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy apparently was duped, and now it's time.
Yeah. Just because he was an athlete, every athlete ain't cool, man.
Yeah.
He just was a nerd who could run.
Well, he's Mormon, and I was trying to explain to
even
Dieter.
bigger loser.
Right.
You have given me 3 loser bona fide stats, man.
So I think that it was just naive, and I grew up in Las Vegas. A lot of Mormons in Vegas because it's right next to Utah, and just sheltered. Didn't know, and he just got duped by this.
He didn't hang out playing pro sports. He didn't hang out with no brothers. College sports.
He was from Hawaii. I don't know if there are a lot of brothers in Hawaii.
No, just overgrown Mexicans. They look like Samoans.
Where did you grow up? You were from New York?
New York, yeah.
From New York,
yeah. New York, and then eventually moved out to L.A.
You get into a lot of trouble when you were in New York growing up?
Nah, because I was a kid, man. I left New York when I was 17 to pursue this thing here, comedy thing.
How'd you get out at the age of 17? Did you move with your parents, or did you say, Mom, Dad, I want to move out?
I had an aunt lived in Los Angeles. And I had done Def Jam when I was 16. So when I knew
no kidding. 16 years
Y'all
old.
can look that up on YouTube with me and Martin Lawrence. The only cat to ever do it at that age, the youngest cat to ever do it at that age.
When you go back and you look at it, is it embarrassing for you to look at? Because your skills probably weren't honed yet.
No, they weren't. But that's always the great part, is you could see the humble beginnings. You know what I mean? I wanted to be Eddie Murphy so bad. I was duplicating Raw. I got a denim jean suit on. I got leather gloves with a pinky ring on the outside, and a scarf. I was a little Eddie, man. You know? But yeah, it just so happened that the tables turned in the right direction for me, and I moved out to LA when I was 17, and that's when I became. That's why when people say, "Do you like LA or New York?" Because most New Yorkers hate LA. I'm a diehard New York fan in my heart, but I love Los Angeles, man.
The weather's nicer.
The
Chicks
weather,
are
the women,
hotter.
the weather, the weed, baby.
Yep.
Everything became mine for the first time. I grew into manhood in LA. My first house, car, nice piece of kitty cat.
So your parents were okay with shipping you off to this?
Absolutely. My mother was a jazz singer, so she got it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But they must have been sad that you were leaving.
Nah, they was glad. I was a tyrant, man. They like, get that
They
little
wanted
nigga
you to
out of
get
here,
the hell
man.
out of there.
Yeah, man. Go make something of yourself.
So how long did it take then after you move out to L.A.? How long did it take for you to...
You know, it's funny. Like I got caught up in this thing that they call pilot season. So I got a lot of TV deals that went nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And before I was 21, I probably made $1 million in just like television deals. Yeah, man. Like I had deals with ABC, NBC, all the major networks. Holding deals is what they call them.
Yeah.
They don't do those anymore, but it was like, you're a hot piece of talent. They don't want anybody else to take you, so they pay you a crap load of money to take you off the market.
And then if they come up with a project for you, they put you in it. And if they don't, you still get the money.
Still get the money. So I had done that. I had bounced around from network to network for like 5 years.
Wow.
And these holding deals back then ranged anywhere from $250,000 to $500,000.
Because I read on, my producer said on CelebrityNetWorth.com, your net worth they list as $8 million. And I said, that can't be right.
I don't think it is right. If it is, somebody been Don Kinging me.
Well, on Celebrity Net Worth, I believe that I was worth, what did they say, $5 million? And I go,
true?
that's no, I'm not even close
that's
to being
like
true.
Wikipedia.
But I don't know how they... there's nowhere to submit that or to correct. I don't know where they come up with those numbers.
I don't either, because if you got good business managers, that's all hidden anyway.
So you are worth quite a bit of money, though. You would say.
I put it to you like this: I'm not working at McDonald's no time soon.
Yeah, but not $8 million. I mean, $8 million. That's
no. It's
like
crazy.
What kind of car you rolling? You have a sweet ride?
I got a Cadillac Escalade, typical black man shit. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right. So then you're living in L.A. now. That's where you still reside.
Yeah.
And what do you want to do? Do you want to keep Aries Spears, by the way, is here with us. He'll be at the Improv tonight, 7:30. Tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, 7:30 and 10:15, and then one show at 7 o'clock on Sunday. His website, ariesspears.com. Do you want to keep doing the stand-up? Obviously, I guess. But or do you want to land a TV show? Or
I at this point, I really want to do a TV show, a sketch show, but I like Chappelle's show where it's like I'm completely in control creatively, because I kind of feel like I've ridden the bus already that someone else has been driving.
Yeah.
So now I want the keys.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to steer this thing.
Well,
a little
you
bit.
were on Mad TV, right? For
8 years.
For 8. Oh no kidding.
Yeah.
8 years.
8 years, and then I did a year with Damon Wayans on the Underground, a sketch show that only lasted a season. But I got a chance to score some major points. So I got 9 years of sketch experience.
What would you change from Mad TV or other shows you've been on if you were the guy running it? What would you do differently?
Just no holds barred. My style and my sense of comedy is like I just saw this movie Ted with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
That had to be one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. And I just love that kind of humor. In your face, raw, no holds barred, sometimes juvenile. I could do the highbrow stuff too, but I just like it when it's I don't like tight people. I don't like people to take themselves seriously.
Yeah.
So just having fun, man. I never went to college, so I'd want my show to be like one big fraternity, one big Animal House.
But it's probably difficult in order to do a deal to get something like that done.
You know what the hardest part is? Is I'm sure this happens in your business too. It's you're good at what you do, but you have to sometimes answer to dicks.
That's right.
Suits. The suits. It's the suits and what kills me is they act like they know what they're doing creatively, and they don't.
My argument with those people is, if you knew so much about it, why wouldn't you be doing my job instead of yours and be making a lot more money?
Right, because our job is so much more fun.
Right.
And there's so much more benefits.
Right.
But it's just dude, the suits kill it, man.
Right.
They just kill it. They're the suits are like women who hang out in nightclubs and want to talk about church and God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You trying to get some ass, baby. Come on, it's midnight. What are we talking about Revelations in the Bible for?
Did you make pretty good money on that Mad TV, or was the pay kind of crappy?
It was decent.
Yeah.
It was decent.
But you got probably the benefits are that you're on national television.
Yeah,
platform.
that power of that television is serious, man.
Do you notice when you go on television and you do stuff like that, does it give you a pop as far as your stand-up stuff goes?
Oh, absolutely. Anything you do on television that's funny, if it's really funny, it improves the stand-up immediately.
Yeah.
Like when I did Shaq's All-Star Comedy Jam, I think Shaq's done about 6 of these things. The first one, to this day, is still the most talked about one, with me, Kevin Hart, D. Ray Davis, Cedric the Entertainer, and Tommy Davidson.
This Kevin Hart guy, I gotta tell you,
he is hot to death.
Oh my God, he would
3'6" of them.
He would come into our show all the time.
He could lay on this couch, and his head and feet touch each end perfectly.
He would come in all the time,
right.
and now the guy is doing the basketball arena here, the Quicken Loans Arena.
Oh, let me tell you,
what the hell?
He did 4 shows in Vegas, all sold out, 20,000 seats. Made $1 million in a weekend.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. He's hot, man.
How the hell did this happen? It's not overnight, obviously, but one day he's doing the Improv, the next he's doing a 20,000 seat arena.
He's hot, man. He's the chosen one.
What do you think what do you think makes that happen for someone and not for other people?
If I knew, I'd be doing the arena. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
I don't have the secret on that one, brother. I mean, it's funny because me and D-Ray do shows together, and we both sit and go, weren't we all on the same special? It's weird, man. You know? God bless Kevin, man.
Do you ever see guys that make it big like that, and then it goes to their head and they start to change?
Cat Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just talking to someone else about him.
Right.
And they, in fact, I think it was, who was it that was telling
comedian?
us? Who was it that was telling us that he thought that it was the money that went to his head and that made him crazy? Pablo Francisco was here, I guess. And that's what he speculated. So you think the same thing with Cat Williams?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
So that's what it is. He got.
It has to be. What else could it be?
He got so much money that now he can't. Yeah.
I can't wait till I get over to the other side of that green grass, man, and figure out what that's about. Because I've been on this side for so long. I'm just going, God.
But now that you see what happened to him, wouldn't you be a little more cautious?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I want to know: is it the money really, or is it just he's always been that way? It's just now he had the means to. Really go nuts. Yeah.
Because, this guy, you saw the video of him taking the microphone and just going into the audience and hitting someone in the head. What the hell?
Dude, I keep saying him, Chris Tucker, and Dave Chappelle should do a tour called What the Hell is Wrong with Us Tour? Because these are three black dudes that have the comedy world and the entertainment world by the cojones, and I don't understand it. It's like Chris Tucker. Price tag is $20 million a movie. He won't make a movie outside of Rush Hour, and he makes these movies 10 years apart. Cat Williams is off his rocker, and Dave Chappelle is somewhere in Ohio riding a skateboard, living in a barn. And I'm just sitting here going, yo, all this opportunity and all this money, what are these cats doing? They're like Barry Sanders. They're leaving the game in their prime.
Yeah, I hear that they're talking about making another one of those Rush Hour movies.
Okay. I mean, it's almost like Rocky now.
Yeah.
You do Rocky 8. Do we still care?
Yeah, because if you had done that, and let's say you made 2 or 3 of those movies, obviously you want the money, you want the payday, but wouldn't you want to expand out and do other things?
Absolutely, but when Chris Tucker made the first Rush Hour, he was like Kevin at that point, super hot. Whether he made Rush Hour or whether he made whatever movie, at $20 million a movie, he could have kept cranking them out. And this dude could be, he is rich, but he could really be, and he just kind of faded off, man. He just kind of faded off.
I guess, though, at some point when you make $20, $40, $50 million, maybe you get to the point and you go, all this hard work that I did, I don't
need to do it anymore.
I don't need to do it anymore, and I'm just going to go out and bank chicks.
That sounds like Arabic to me. I can't even comprehend that.
You wouldn't be able to do that.
Are you kidding me?
Is comedy tough work? A lot of people would look at it and they go, oh, well, they just come up with some funny stuff. They talk to their friends. They go, oh, here's a funny idea. They write stuff down.
Here's what I say, man, and I say this all the time. Really stop and think about the best comedians in the game. So many of these guys, and will do a set and do an hour set. And in that hour, really honestly, 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 is great. Mm-hmm. The rest is okay. And they're so eager to pump out an hour that they just keep writing this material that's okay. I am a firm believer in, dude, anything I put out there, I want to be like a Mike Tyson punch from the 80s, thrown with bad intentions. So when I come out, from the time I say hello to the time I say goodnight, I want to keep you in stitches for a full hour. So what I'm saying is that takes time, man. It's not easy to just pump great material out, gut-busting, tear-wrenching material out like that. It's not easy. So it takes time, and I think so many comics get caught up in, dude, I've done my 5th hour. Yeah, but 4 of them are garbage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather put out one classical album, and then if it take me, however long it take me to put out the next one, so be it. But when you get the next one, it's going to be just as strong.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Dre with Detox. This album is supposed to have come out 18 years ago.
Yeah.
But, it's Dre, it's Eminem, and when it comes out, it'll probably be everything that we want it to be.
How much time do you spend, or how do you come up with stuff, writing and jokes and that kind of stuff?
I'm a firm believer in just letting it come naturally. Don't force anything. If it ain't really funny.
Do you go for a month without writing anything?
I get writers. Because sometimes you get writer's block and I can't come up with nothing. But you just kind of like. This is gonna sound like he hating, but like Kevin Hart, this dude comes out with an hour. It seems like every other month. I think he's on his 6th special right now. But Kevin Hart has a team of writers. He's got, I don't know what the number is, but he's got guys helping him write. Mm-hmm. That to me is like taking steroids. Like, dude, you got help.
Yeah.
When you have to do this on your own, no help from your head to the paper, that's the grind, man.
But if you got big and you had a team of writers, would you say that could only enhance you though to have more minds, right, working on it?
Theoretically, yes.
You're still the filter, and you can sort of twist it to your own taste and whatnot.
Yeah, but that's a slippery slope, man. Like do people hardcore baseball fans, do they care that Barry Bonds did what he did? If you're a hardcore baseball fan, you say, yeah, you care.
Yeah.
If you're not hardcore about it, you love the game, but you're not hardcore, you don't care.
Yeah.
So to each his own, man. You know what I mean?
But, I mean, if you look at...
Richard Pryor had comedy writers.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy. Paul Mooney helped Richard Pryor write. Robert Townsend and Damon Wayans helped Eddie Murphy write Raw. So,
I don't think I would be able to do that and then watch the guy who I helped go out there and
take the glory.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't do it because I guess it's an ego thing or a pride thing or it's probably just envy. I'd be jealous of the person, basically.
I mean, and plus, like with stand-up, man, like anything else, there are different facets to your game that make you, separate you from other people. Like Warren Hutchinson is a very talented writer, very talented, smart. But as a performer, he doesn't jump out at you. Whereas Chappelle, he has a presence on stage that just leaps. You can't take your eyes off the guy. You know what I mean? So some guys are brilliant writers, but they don't make great comics.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then there's some guys who can do both.
Yeah.
So,
What have you been up to in your personal life? I know that last time you were here, you have 2 kids from 2 different women, I think.
Yeah.
They live on opposite coasts.
Yeah.
What have you been up to since then? You got a girlfriend? Any more kids?
No, ain't no more kids that I know of.
You know of.
I'm trying to divorce my baby mother that's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's a nutcase, dude.
Really?
She's a nutcase. If I don't get this woman out of my life, I'm subject to either go to jail or die.
What? So you're married to her now? Or?
Yeah, I made that mistake.
How long have you been married?
A little over a year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
marriage for all men listening, please understand. Don't fall for this death trap. It is pure evil. It is male legalized butt rape. I'm telling you.
Well, I've told guys don't get married. I've said that for there's no reason because what happens is you're just going to get cleaned out financially because you were married to the chick. But you're willing to pay it now because you can't stand it anymore.
I mean, the thing is, we're kind of like trying to be like, she's telling me, okay, just give me this, and this, and I'm not gonna, try to run you through the cleaners.
Famous last words.
Yeah, I know. But right now, I feel it.
Well, so all right, so you've been married.
It's like she's raping me with a condom dipped in glass.
You've been married for over a year, so it didn't take long then to figure out that you want to get divorced.
Right.
What pushed you to get married in the first place? Why did you say, I'm going to get married?
Stupidity.
Were you in love?
Yeah, but it wasn't really love. It was just, I knew she wanted it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want to make her happy.
Was she good in bed? Is that really?
Oh, she's a squirter.
So that basically, that sort of influenced your.
Oh, doesn't it always? Doesn't it always? Our minds and our penises play Marco Polo, dude. They're never in the same room.
Oh, that's funny. So you're going through a divorce now. Well,
I will be.
You will be.
Yeah.
You haven't filed yet for it.
No.
But you're going to sometime soon. Now, how old are your kids?
I only have one kid with her. He's 3.
All right, so he's 3 years old.
Right, and my other child's only 13.
Are you going to, with the 3-year-old, are you going to try and stay in the 3-year-old's life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's so crazy because it's like, and this is why I feel bad for dads and women don't understand. It's not that the fathers don't want to be, but in order for them to be, they have to deal with you on some level. And some of these women are so ridiculously insane that it's not like you want to bail out of the kid's life, but you're going, your mother's a headache, man.
You can't take it anymore.
Your mother's a headache, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your dad wasn't around. I remember, right?
He was kind of in and out, you know what I mean? But and I didn't, as much as I may have wanted to hold a grudge against him, as I got older and understood women, I forgave him.
So now you understand why your dad was like, I got to get
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Was your mom, do you think your mom was crazy toward him or a pain in his ass?
Not necessarily crazy. It's just that women know how to push buttons, and they'll keep pushing them because you can't hit them.
Yeah.
They don't know that there's a line.
Yeah.
If a dude pushes you, you can punch him in the mouth. You know what I mean? A woman, that you can't do that, so they can keep going.
If a woman came up to you, let's say at a show or something, and she punched you in the face,
right,
would you punch her back? Because I've said I would. If a chick hits, women I believe have to understand. A lot of them, they go out, they think, well, I'm a woman, so I can get away with whatever. I can spit in a guy's face. I can punch a guy.
Right.
And
I don't think I would hit him, but I'd probably push her so hard that the ground would hit her as though I hit her. You know what I mean? The ground would be my punch.
Well, you're right. Women can drive guys crazy sometimes. But I wish you luck with getting through that, and hopefully you get out of it unscathed without giving up too much money. Exactly. So you don't live with her now? You guys separated?
She lives with me right now.
Oh, my God. That must make it more difficult.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And she checks my Twitter, and it's like, it's like I have to remind her, you didn't marry a janitor. Like, I'm famous. As it may, I might not be, Brad Pitt or Denzel Washington. Women still find me attractive. You know, I'm funny, which is sexy. Yeah. I got swag and personality. So just because I take a picture with a chick and she got her leg wrapped around my leg, don't mean we doing nothing.
Now, so she gets jealous. She'll see this.
Oh, goodness.
And she gets just irate.
Oh, yeah.
But do you ever hook up with any of these girls? Because you're in a tough predicament because, look, I'm a guy. I'm single. But I know how it is. A guy has a hard time when women are throwing themselves at you. You have a hard time because you go, look, you only live once. You got to take advantage of this. I know that every time a chick throws herself at me, I'm like, man, this isn't supposed to happen. How often is this going to happen? I have to take advantage of it.
Yep.
I got to be like Lance Armstrong. I'm going to deny this for the first 10 years. I'm going to deny this for the first 10 years, dude. You're going to have to catch me on this one.
But do you ever get nervous that because you are in the public eye that you could be with a chick and then she could out you or blackmail you or something like that?
I mean, that's always a possibility.
Yeah.
But, you try to take precaution. That's why I videotape my sessions.
What do you think about this Lance Armstrong guy? You think people should be angry at him for doing these steroids or these performance-enhancing drugs? He lied about it for so long. I'll tell you what I don't like about Lance Armstrong is not that he did it. At first, I think that's cheating. You brought up steroids in baseball. I think that's cheating. I do have a problem with that. But this guy just vehemently denied it for years and years and years, and he sued people, journalists, magazines, that kind of stuff. If they reported on it, he sued them.
Right.
And the whole time he was lying. He did it.
Yep.
What a scumbag.
Well, I was reading the paper today. I think most people are upset, but then again, people look at what he did for cancer. How many people's lives he helped through his foundation. So some people were willing to forgive him. Listen, man, that's the beauty of America. At a certain point in time, anything is forgivable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember when LeBron was going through that whole...
Oh, we've never forgiven him.
The decision thing.
We still hate him. Now, the rest of the country may have forgiven him.
Right, but...
We here in town still hate him.
Well, I had tweeted him, and I don't know if he read my tweet or ever got it, but I said, look, dude, keep your head up. If Kobe could beat rape, you could beat the decision. And Kobe clearly came back from rape.
What do you think Kobe Bryant's deal is? Because... he was rumored to be getting divorced from this Vanessa chick.
Right.
Now, a couple days ago, they go, no, they're not. They're not getting divorced. Is it just? And maybe you have some experience with this because you're in the public eye. You're married, whatever. If I were that chick and he comes out and he's banging, if I were his wife and he's banging a chick in a hotel in Colorado, gets accused of rape, and the details come out. He's aiming at the chick's face. All of that. How humiliating must that be for his wife? But she sticks with the guy. Now, I find it hard to believe that I couldn't believe it. I think that was almost 10 years ago that happened. It seems like not that long ago. Other things have probably cropped up since then. Do you think that if they were to get divorced, she'd get a bunch of money? There's no question about that. But do you think they don't get divorced because she loves being Kobe Bryant's wife?
I think that probably has a little to do with it. But, the longer she stays with him and the more he makes, if they eventually do get a divorce, the more she makes.
That's true.
So, I think that money, while it's a great thing, it is an evil thing for some people. You know what I mean? It makes people act funny, man.
If you were to score, so you're doing well now, but if you were to all of a sudden get Kevin Hart hot, for instance, and you're just making $1 million a night or whatever, you think that would go to your head?
No, because I know how much fun it is to be regular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not one of these dudes, and I've always said it. When I go do stand up, man, a lot of cats like to hide out in the green room. They don't mingle with the people. I love that, man. Like, I really, really love that. And if you know you don't want to deal with that, then you know what you have to do to avoid that. If it's one of them days where I go, I don't feel like being bothered, then stay home. You know what I mean? When you walk outside your door, you know who you are, you know your worth, your value, and you know what's going to happen. Like, I'm a big Michael Jordan fanatic. I love Michael Jordan. I've never met Michael Jordan. He's the one person where I get starstruck, and that's like my hero. But I'm scared to meet the guy because every story I hear is he's a Class A jerk.
Yeah.
He is a jerk.
I've heard that from people, too.
It would destroy me, dude. To be like, yo, Mike, and he crap on me, man.
Yeah.
That would destroy me.
I've heard that someone was here recently, and maybe it wasn't even on the show. It might have just been someone telling me the story, that they had played in a golf tournament with him, and he was a complete jerk during the whole thing.
Absolutely.
And in fact, a couple of kids who were like caddies at the end of the round asked for his autograph, and he refused.
Well, I actually heard a story where someone who was very close to him said that he did a basketball tournament, charity game, and he basically jokingly but seriously told one of the off-duty cops, hey, man, make sure if you have to use your baton, keep these kids off of me.
Oh, my God.
I was just like, dude.
But, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt sometimes that you may hear these stories, but who knows if they're true. I've seen stuff online about what a jerk I am and how stuck up I am and that kind of stuff. You know what's
funny? Here's why I can believe. Like, I could sympathize a little bit because it's like, listen, I'm nowhere near the level of Jordan, obviously. But I have gone out at times, and, maybe you do this too. I can feel when people are going to approach me or when they're looking at me without ever making eye contact with them.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
Because it's just a thing. When you've been doing this long enough and you're famous, you can feel like, okay, he about to come up to me, man, say something. And if I'm not in the mood, I either turn and quickly walk away, or like a woman in a club, man, I put that face on to let you know, don't even try it. Like, I don't ever have to look at you. But if I look in your direction, you will see an ice cube like scowl on my face that lets you know maybe today's not the day. So I can imagine being Michael Jordan, where you're globally famous and everybody wants a piece of you. It's got to get tiring. But that's why I said, stay at home, man.
Yeah.
You got to know once you leave your door, you're open to the public, man. You got to know that.
Aries Spears is going to be at the Improv tonight at 7:30. You seem like you want to tell me something.
I do. Speaking of hearing stories about people, I heard a story about Aries. The last time you were here, you did radio, but you did do some TV. Did you get into a brawl? Because he's not going back. They didn't invite him back to.
Oh, what?
I didn't get into a brawl. A young woman came in to do the morning buzz show. And she was talking about domestic abuse. Yeah. And she was talking about the Chris Brown Rihanna situation. And she was like, oh, because the reports and the rumors were that Rihanna was thinking about giving Chris Brown a second chance. And she was like, this is preposterous. How can a woman go back to a man after he's done? And while I'm waiting for my turn to go up, yelled from the back room, "Sometimes it's the dick."
So sometimes
and she was pissed. After her segment, she waited for me, and when I left, she approached me in the parking lot.
Wait a second, hang on, because that got done. It's basically you yelled. Sometimes it's the penis, basically, but you used a different word for penis.
Off mic,
meaning that
while they're live.
Right.
So they didn't invite him back this time around. That's a good story, right?
Well, when you went up and you did your thing, were they then pissed when your segment came up?
You know what? The guy, it was a guy and a girl. The guy was and he was showing it. And at one point, I called him out on it. I was like, "Dude, you look like you hate me right now." And he said, "Well, I just think that what you said was inappropriate, and I don't think." So, I invited the chick to the show, said come out. All I was simply trying to say was like, listen, yes, and I give money, charities to domestic abuse. My pops used to pop my mom upside the head, and I watched it. I was just simply trying to say, look, sometimes, dudes, they throw that magic stick on a broad, something serious, and all is forgiven, baby.
Well, you know what? It's actually it's all coming because Charlie just sent me a message here that was the Good Company with Andrea Vecchio and
Michael Cardamone.
That's right. Because that's so funny. It's all making sense because when you were here a year ago and you did the Bill Cosby call and all that. I got a text message from Andrea Vecchio later, and that day, now it's all making sense. And she goes, "Did you have Aries Spears on your show today?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "How was he?" I said, "Oh, he was great. It was super funny. He called us Bill Cosby." And I think she texted me. She goes, "Oh, because he was kind of a dick on our show."
Yeah, that's what that was about. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Listen, mom. I don't know if it makes my mother dumb or not, but she stayed with my dad almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to make light of it. Clearly, no man should ever put his hands on a woman. But sometimes two people just have that kind of they scratch each other's eyes out and they yell at each other and they demean each other. But you can clearly tell there's something there.
I've dated girls like that who tried to go down that road with me, and I'm old enough now where I've go, this is going to be no good in the long run.
Right.
You get sucked into that vortex of craziness with those bitches, and you have to try to avoid it. But I guess Chris Brown and Rihanna, a year later now, we're talking about it. They're back together now.
See what I'm saying?
I guess
there's a reason for that.
It's the D.
If he wasn't putting it down like that, then you know what I'm saying? Why is she going back?
Well, he
beating it up one way or another.
Look, I'm straight, but someone did. We talked about this a couple months ago. Someone did send a picture to me, and it was Chris Brown, somehow someone hacked into his phone or whatever. Picture of him that guy's hung like a horse, man. Jesus Christ, man.
Is he really?
Oh yeah, you never seen that? Oh,
no, brother.
So I think that answers a lot of the questions about why
and he's a dancer, so he know how to move them hips.
Mike, you're on Rover's Morning Glory with Aries Spears, who's going to be over at the Improv tonight, 7:30, Friday and Saturday, 7:30 and 10:15, and Sunday at 7 o'clock. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, just wanted to see if Aries was going to do Rover Fest for you this year.
I was outside watching the clips on TV. Why haven't you invited me to this thing?
Well,
this a cornucopia of O.J. Simpson.
I will invite you, but I'll tell you the truth of the matter. The truth is that our tickets to Rover Fest, it sells out in like 8 hours, and the tickets are super cheap. They're like $10-15.
Right.
And because the tickets are super cheap, we don't have a big budget. And so, like, Jim Florentine has come out a few years and emceed the event and even done like a 10-minute set, which is difficult at something like that in front of 15,000 people who are drunk. It's
absolutely
tough.
I wouldn't want to come out and do a set.
But I think I paid him like $1,000 or something. It was cheap.
Why would you assume you'd have to pay me?
Well,
just allowing me to come as your guest
with all those girls
amongst that cornucopia of white beauty.
Well, do you like white girls or black girls most?
I love coochie.
Yeah, anything basically.
I am the most freedom-loving.
This wife of yours, black or white?
Puerto
Hispanic?
Rican.
Oh, no wonder you're getting divorced. So crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't care about color, man. Come on now.
I went to Puerto Rico with a Puerto Rican girl one time. Yeah, and then she left 8 hours later. So I know that they're kind of nuts.
Exactly.
Yeah, she just leaves. She flies. She's like, I can't be here. I go, what? So now I'm stuck in Puerto Rico by myself.
Right.
I said that day. Never going out with a Puerto Rican girl. They're nuts. And you married one.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, the invite is open to Rover Fest.
When is it?
Next week I'm going to try and set a date. So it'll probably be sometime in July. That's normally when we do it.
Keep me in mind, man.
And we always have you said you're into hip hop. We always get like an old school sort of hip hop act to play on this show, which is just sort of bizarre.
Is it the one? Is it just one?
Yeah, what we'll do is, so, the station that we're on, we're a talk show, but it's a rock station. Yeah. And primarily, I would say 90% white audience probably. Right. But I put a hip hop act on just because oh my God, people go insane for it. We've had we had Coolio a couple of years ago.
Now, I was gonna say, do you get all the black rappers that really are loved by white people, like Coolio, Young MC, Sir Mix-a-Lot,
well,
MC Hammer?
I tried to get MC Hammer one year, and he wanted $75,000, and I said, "You're out of your mind."
You should have said, "Dude, you ain't seen $75,000 since you bought them pants."
We've had Coolio. We've had DMC from Run DMC.
I saw that.
We had
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice was last year.
Right.
We've had 2 Live Crew. This year, I kind of have some ideas of who. There's one guy that I really want to get. I won't say who because
I'll say 2 Chainz.
Yeah, it's 2 Chainz. I'm gonna have a rap battle: Aries, Spears, and 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
But no, the invite is open. Aries is going to be at the Improv tonight.
Who is this hottie outside?
She's coming in to do the Thursday hookup, which is a dating segment that we do. You can stick around for that if you so desire. I don't know if you have stuff to do.
It's just awesome.
Is it?
It's like
I haven't seen her yet.
It's like a graham cracker honey.
Oh, yeah?
You're gonna love this girl, Rover.
Oh, dude.
I like dark hair and dark eyes.
Oh yeah.
God, if she died, I'd sniff her corpse.
She's a mix of Croatian, Italian, and Slovakian.
Oh, that sounds like at least she's not Puerto Rican, so that's good. Aries Spears going to be at the Improv tonight at 7:30, Friday and Saturday 7:30 and 10:15, and Sunday at 7 o'clock. For tickets, I'm going to give you a number to purchase tickets right now. 216-696-4677. That's 216-696-4677. His website, ariesspears.com. Aries is Aries, in case you don't know how to spell it. And Spears is just like, Spears. And you're on Twitter at,
At Aries Spears.
At Aries Spears. So how many followers do you have these days?
Not a lot. I got like maybe 46,000.
That's a decent amount.
Not
really.
In comparison to some other cats, man.
Yeah.
Like I think Kevin Hart has 5 million.
Holy God, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
That's insane.
No, what's insane is Justin Bieber. Who's got more, Justin or Lady Gaga?
I
think it's Lady Gaga. Justin Bieber has 28.
Holy moly.
That's insane, dude.
What do you think about him? You think...
I think it's funny. I was looking at him do an interview. I was really looking. That's a sweet piece of booty there. Seriously, he can't go to jail. His ass would literally be birthday cake. I'm talking about frosting on the cheeks, candle in the crack. I mean, birthday cake, dude.
That's funny.
He seems like he just vomits cinnamon, vanilla cream, some sort of whipped cream.
That's funny. Aries Spears at the Improv tonight. We are going to have the Thursday hookup in just a minute. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll have her come in. She'll take some phone calls. She'll talk to guys. She'll pick one to take out on a date. I will pay for the entire thing. Go see Aries Spears this weekend at the Improv. Aries?
Yes.
I appreciate you coming in.
And can you please get me that Cosby clip?
Yes. Okay. In fact, if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, here, let me play a little bit of. I'll play a little bit of the clip here. Okay. I have it right here. This is Aries Spears. Last time he was here, I have Bill Cosby's home phone number. I don't know how we got it, but he
was on the show.
Oh, okay. He was on the show, and my producer just collects phone numbers for whatever reason off of caller ID or whatever. And so Aries, who does a Bill Cosby impression, called Bill Cosby's home number, and I thought it would be funny to have Bill Cosby talk to Bill Cosby, but instead Bill Cosby's personal assistant, I think it was, picks up. And I'll actually play this. I'll let this play us out, and I'll go right into a break from this. So here's Aries Spears as Bill Cosby calling Bill Cosby's house, and we'll be right back with the Thursday hookup after this on Rover's Morning Glory.
Good morning, Mr. Murray speaking. May I help you?
Yes, could you please speak to Bill?
Good morning, sir.
How are you? Can I please speak to Bill?
Bill is not here.
Where is Bill Z?
I don't know where Bill Z is.
Well, who am I talking to? Is this Rudy? Theo?
It's Theo.
Theo! I'm very proud of you. All grown up. You look good. You look like you're above the Claire.
Above the Claire. Okay.
And Rudy and Theo and the dog.
The dog. I hear you, sir. You still got it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
What are you doing today, this morning? Are you drinking the coffee and reading the paper?
No, sir.
Well, then what are you doing? Let me know, because I don't want to waste my minutes.
Waste your minutes. Oh, you on the cell phone?
Yes, I'm on the cell phone, the Verizon, the AT&T. Easy.
Verizon and AT&T.
Yes, I have them all.
You have them all. Go ahead, sir. You on point this morning.
Oh, well, I try to be as good as I can. I haven't talked to Camille.
Okay.
And, I haven't had my morning Google Goggle.
Oh, the Google Goggle. No, not the Google Goggle.
Yes, I love to have the Google Goggle every time and then.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. What a way to greet the phone.
Well, I was thinking about you. You were on my mind, and I just thought about doing something different, you see.
Okay. Yes, sir. That's on time, sir.
So how was your evening? What did you do last night?
It was good, sir. Had a nice little outing.
Did you get a chance to stick in the pudding?
Yes, sir.
Was it a Kodak moment?
It was a Kodak moment.
Who was the lovely woman?
Oh, the lovely woman was the lovely woman.
Oh, she was a lovely woman.
Yes.
Next time you do it, make sure you put in the pump for me.
Okay.
Make her say my name.
Oh, no.
Say, Bill, oh, Bill, oh, Bill.
You got my head hurting, sir.
Oh, you don't even know the half of it. Every now and then when I'm with a woman in the missionary and I'm doing my thing, I like for her to pop the bumps on my back.
Pop the bumps on the back.
Every pump, there's a pop.
Every pump, there's a pop.
Yes.
Oh, man. Oh.
Well, I'm going to get off the phone now. I'll call you back later.
Okay.
And you have a good one, all right?
Yes.
I love you.